today's video, I'll show you how to create an eye-catching mixed media mosaic. We'll prep the substrate, talk about acceptable materials, and of course adhesives. This is a quick mosaic with major wow factor. Let's get to it. Welcome back, and if you're new here, my name is Julie. And on this channel, we talk about tips, tricks, tools, adhesives, materials, and specific mosaic projects, all to shorten your learning curve when it comes to creating mosaic art. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please consider subscribing. Today's project is one of those mosaics that allows you to feel pretty productive after a short tiling session. So if you're looking for a little positive boost today, this might be the project for you. And that's because anything goes. There is no set pattern. The only rule that I put on myself was that no two pieces that are exactly alike in color and material could be next to each other. And with the amount of materials and variety that I pulled from inventory for this project, it'll be easy to avoid that happening. I'm making this project for a few reasons. The first being I'm making it for my son. I'm trying to finish up a wall in his room that has Star Wars and sports posters and artwork, and he's a huge Star Wars fan, which of course red and black are, if you're a Star Wars fan, you know that that's the color of the Sith, and he loves red and black. So although I'm not going to make a Star Wars piece, this will at least be my contribution to his wall. The other reason I'm making this piece is from a comment that I received on a previous video. And that was from Visionary Firestarter. And she said, "Hi Julie, thanks for starting this channel. You're welcome, thank you for being here. Do you have a video on how to create a mosaic like the ones framed in the video?" Well, this was already on my list for my son, and then after receiving her comment, I thought, let's just bump that up the list. What she's referencing is from this video here. It was my intro video, and you'll see that the pieces behind me are the framed pieces she's referencing. I made these pieces years ago, and it was probably the first time that I combined so many different materials together in the same mosaic. I wanted to make one of pretty much every color of the rainbow. And I'm so happy that today I'm able to share my process with you. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get started. The substrate for today's project is really easy to find and pretty inexpensive. It is a really simple, plain, basic certificate frame. It is a wood frame with a glass insert. I took the glass out and spray painted the frame black. The glass in my frame is non-reflective, but it doesn't matter if you have reflective or non-reflective glass. And you definitely want to find a frame with a glass insert, not an acrylic insert. No acrylic. You don't want your tiling surface to eventually cave or bow under the weight pressure. Next, I cleaned the glass with my favorite glass cleaner. You especially want to get the edges where the glass will meet the frame. Since this mosaic will be hanging on a wall, I measured out and added hanging hardware to the back. I added D-rings on each side and will add the picture hanging wire once the mosaic is dry. You can also add hooks to the top instead if you'd rather your piece hang that way. Once the frame was dry from being painted, I ran a line of weld bond all along the inside of the frame opening. Make sure you get all 4 sides. You don't want to put so much that it runs out the front of your frame, but enough to glue down the glass. Then I gently put the glass into the opening onto the weld bond. Then I ran another line of weld bond all along the glass edge where it meets the frame. I let the frame sit and dry for at least 24 hours before I start the tiling. A note about weld bond: it is a white glue that dries clear, so never fear, it will dry clear. Oh, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. And as I mentioned, this is a basic, simple certificate frame. There is absolutely nothing fancy about it. Find a profile or silhouette that you like. You can always paint it like I did. And I'll tell you why I went with a more simple frame, and that's because I didn't want the frame to overpower the artwork. This is only an 8x10, and I felt like a chunkier frame might swallow up the artwork, and I really want the artwork to be the focal point of this piece, obviously. As your frame is sitting there drying, you can start to pull together your materials or your tessera. What makes this mosaic so fun is the variety of the tessera. I've got thick and thin pieces, a range of red shades. There's different types of glass like stained glass, vitreous glass, glass tile, and smalty. There's also ceramic tile, penny tile, porcelain, wood shapes, glass gems, and a few different types of beads. And as I mentioned earlier, when you have this much variety in your materials, it's very easy to avoid putting two of the same pieces next to each other. You want to mix it up. It adds interest and it draws the eye in. I've got bright reds, I've got medium reds, and I've got some really dark reds. Keep in mind this piece will not be grouted, so really the sky's the limit as far as the materials that you use. I have some other things that I could have added to this piece, like buttons and shells and stones and game pieces, maybe some smaller child-like toys, some jewelry and whatnot. But because I'm keeping with the red theme, I just went with contemporary, traditional, common materials in this particular piece. Remember, you're tiling on glass, so as long as your tessera isn't too heavy, anything goes. Before I can start tiling, I obviously need to think about the adhesive. Now on the 6 panels I previously made, I actually used mastic, also known as tile adhesive. I had a ton of it left over from house renovations, so I used what I had. It worked great because I wasn't trying to make this a sun catcher or something you'd be able to look at from the backside. I knew I'd be hanging these up, and honestly, I used what I had. You've heard me say that a lot before on this channel. When you're just getting started, you want to try to use what you have first before you start buying anything and everything. But for today's project, I'm going to use weld bond, and as I previously mentioned, it does come out white, but it dries clear. I'm using weld bond for a few different reasons, and let me tell you why. Firstly, I want the variety of heights on the surface level, meaning I want the true thickness of the piece to be obvious. Also, weld bond doesn't add a lot of weight to the piece. In fact, it adds very little. And so in a piece like this where I'm tiling on glass, it's important, if you want all of your pieces to be at the same surface level, then you have a couple options. You can go with the tile adhesive or mastic like what I did before, or you can do thin set mortar. I will say the tile adhesive is your better option only because it's much lighter in weight. Thin set mortar is a cement-based adhesive, and it will add weight not only to the glass surface that you're tiling on, but also to your overall frame. And now that we've discussed the substrate, the materials, and the adhesive, now we're ready to get to the tiling. I like to cut down my tessera before I start tiling, at least making some of those first major cuts. And then once I start tiling, I can really get into a groove and just cut here and there when necessary. When I start tiling, I don't really have a plan. I just use whatever piece I feel like. If you're adding things like beads, glass gems, found objects, and you want to space them out a bit, you can always lay them down on your substrate just to give you a visual cue as your tiling gets closer to them. I try to put the tessera as close to each other as possible, and if I can get the pieces to touch, then I do. Remember, I'm not grouting this piece, so it's okay. I don't have to allow for a grout line. Keep reminding yourself that you're tiling on glass that's been glued into the frame. So when adhering a piece to the substrate, you don't want to push down so hard that you risk breaking the glass. So I just tile and get into a groove and go with it. Every so often I add a glass gem or a bead or an uncut glass tile, whatever I feel like. If you're not able to finish tiling in one session, just wipe off any excess adhesive from your substrate. This will give you a clean edge once you're able to get back to it. Once you're done tiling, allow it to sit and dry for at least 24 hours before you attach your picture hanging wire or before you stand it up for display. This design works well with incorporating multicolors in the same piece too. There are no rules. It's all about what feels and looks good to you. Question of the day. Let me know if you've made a mixed media mosaic and what materials did you incorporate into your piece. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up as it really does help my channel, and subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell notification so you never miss a single upload, and let me know in the comments if there's something you'd like me to cover in a future video. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey! I got sunscreen in my eyes. I'm not crying, you're crying. Let's try that again. When you look at this, do you think like Star Wars? Please say yes. Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Kylo Ren. This is like, wow, yes. No? There's even the bottom of a mug here. Can you see that? Anything goes, I told you. Anything goes. What are you trying to say here? Wow, for your walls. I'm competing with a Fortnite game out there, and I've been doing good with concentrating, but getting a little loud out there. If you're looking for more mosaic inspiration, you can check out one of these two videos. Until then, see ya. Okay. Cool.